Hi guys, Dr. Wendy Dearborn here from itsmylifemychoice.com. Look, I'm only going to keep you a few minutes. Yeah, I know I always say that. But I'm only going to keep you a few minutes. Yesterday I watched a documentary called Fed Up. It was actually a very good documentary, very well done. Definitely had some powerful people talking, including our current First Lady, past President, President Bill Clinton, and had some really powerful people talking in this video about the pandemic that is sweeping this country and other countries for that matter. And that pandemic is obesity in children. Well, I know from my research and what I do, I'm the author of a book called Green is for Life, a simple guide to creating healthy, life-giving green smoothies. And I know from personal experience, as well as from the research that I have done, that obesity isn't just about eating one thing. Now, in this documentary, they are laying the blame for childhood obesity with eating sugar. And while I agree 100% that sugar adds to the weight problem, sugar adds to other problems that actually occur, health problems that can occur in the body, do I agree 100% that we consume way too much sugar? Way too much sugar. Do I agree with all of that? Yes, I do. Do I agree with the fact that with processed foods, there's too much sugar, salt and fat put in them? Yes, I do. Do I agree with the fact that in order to have fat-free food, you need to make it palatable? And so you use sugar and salt to do this? Yes, I agree. Do I agree with the fact that processed foods in general are not designed to create a vibrant, healthy body? Yes, I do. And all of this was stated in this documentary. Everything that you're hearing me say here was stated in this documentary. What I don't agree with is this: blaming corporations for doing what they're in business to do. I heard the blame being laid at the sugar manufacturers, the fast food industry, the beverage industries. I heard the blame being laid at the advertising industries' feet for the pandemic that is sweeping the country. Laying the blame at food producers' feet will not curb or take care of the pandemic that is sweeping the country, not only with children, but with adults too. You see, I'm all about doing your own due diligence. I'm all about people taking the time out to recognize that their health is a priority. And the only time people tend to realize that their health is a priority is when something goes wrong. And I've been there twice in my life, having had a near-death experience. And 4 years ago, having become really ill. And I recognized I needed to change what I was doing. You see, when you eat processed foods, you don't really know what you're getting. When you eat processed foods, you know what you will get. And that's sugar, a lot of it, fat, a lot of it, salt, a lot of it, wheat, a lot of it, wheat byproducts, a lot of it, soy, a lot of it, and things that you don't need in those quantities. One of the things that they showed in this movie was, somebody having breakfast And they showed all the sugar. As I said, they were slamming the sugar. They showed all the sugar that was in everything that you were eating. However, if you're drinking orange juice, there's natural sugars in orange juice that the body can metabolize quite well. In bacon, why is there sugar in bacon? Why? You know, and these are the things that parents actually need to be asking themselves. There was one young man in this video, and he was so overweight, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe he was pushing 400 pounds. And the only option that was truly given or viable was that he have a bariatric surgery. Really? Have you stopped eating the way that you're eating and incorporated life-giving foods? It has been said, and I'm going to reiterate here, if you purchase food from the inside of a grocery store and not the perimeter, then you're going to have an issue. If 95, 50%, 45%, 75%, 80% of your food comes from the interior of the store, you're going to have a problem. 95% of your food should come from the exterior of any grocery store. And there's a chunk in there that's called the deli section that you can keep going by. So what I'm saying is this, guys, do your own due diligence. The information is out there. Make your health a priority. Recognize that the food that you eat will dictate how healthy you feel. The food that you eat or the food that you feed in your children will dictate how healthy your children are. And you know, saying you don't have time, for me, isn't an option. It's a priority. Make it so. It's a priority. You get to choose it. So, hey, check the video, check the documentary out. It's called Fed Up. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I recommend that you watch it. And when you watch it, know that there are options out there. You cannot rely on an industry that is geared towards producing processed foods to not produce processed foods anymore or market them to you in a certain way, because this is what they do. Before I go, I don't know if I had mentioned this, but I will. In a documentary that I had watched, I don't know, maybe about 3 years ago or something, and it was about fast food, because they were on the fast food kick. And, you know, blaming fast food for the pandemic, the obesity pandemic that's going around the world. And one of the talking heads, he was a CEO for one of the fast food corporations, literally said this: they are in the business of making hamburgers and fries. Hamburgers and fries. If you feel that this food isn't healthy, that man said, then don't eat here. That CEO said, you have a choice. And he's right. They're in the business of making burgers and fries. They're not in the health food or health industry. Don't eat there. You get to choose that. Now, this may not sit well with people, but it happens to be fact and not fiction. So guys, do your own due diligence. Start researching. Find out what you can do. Find out how easy it is to sometimes prepare a meal from scratch that's healthy, nutritious, delicious, and vibrant. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn. I'm the author of Green is for Life, a simple guide to creating healthy, life-giving green smoothies. Peace.